Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. Hope everyone's having a great day or night. Let's see what's going on in the spirit realm. Obviously, this is going to be having something to do with you, right? So, it's no coincidence you found this video or this video found you. This may be exactly what you need to hear. So, we have Demon Hunter cards. Let me zoom in. Okay. In case you guys haven't noticed, I am a K-pop Demon Hunter fan, okay? So, we have here 3 piles to choose from. You're going to choose which one of these piles. Can definitely be more than one. Go down in the comment section, click that pile or piles, okay? Keep in mind this is general for thousands of people, so some details may resonate and some may not. If you want something more personal, information to book is down in the description box, okay? So this is pile 1. This is pile 2. And this is pile 3. All right? Thank you for the energy exchange, for the likes, the subscribes, all that stuff that is contributing to me putting my energy out here to do these readings for you guys. Let me see what you guys are saying. Hey Kan-chan, hey Simona, Pretty Tarot. Hopefully this video helps you out. Nana. 1, 2, or 3. You are 1. Hey Angel Cake. I love that comment. Simona, 1, 2, or 3. 2. Kan-chan, 1, 2, or 3. 1. Hey SS. SS, 1, 2, or 3. 1. I'm going to be using tarot as well as channeled messages as well as my gifts. Okay, so sometimes as I'm pulling cards, I'm using my gifts. So if you're like, that's not what that card means, okay, I'm not just using the cards. All right? Pretty Tarot, 1, 2, or 3. You are 2 with a little bit of 3. Let's run up those likes, guys, for the energy exchange, for helping y'all pick piles. Much grateful for that. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and start. What's going on in the spirit realm with pile 1? Involving pile 1 for my pile 1s. Or how what's going on in the spirit realm is affecting pile 1s. You know, whatever messages like that, spirit. Well, well, well. The Magician in reverse. You know what I'm hearing? Doja Cat. It's a song that's unreleased by Doja Cat. I'm going backwards during astral projection. It goes something like that. Better luck next time. That's what the song's called. I plaster my ass on the wall for attention. I need better connections, or something like that, she says. So whatever she's manifesting, she's talking about whatever she's manifesting in that song, she feels like the opposite is being manifested. Okay? I move backwards during astral projection. I think it was something like that. Because of your self-limiting beliefs that you have. This is why. It's like you could say, I'm ready for $1 million. I'm ready for my followers. I'm ready for my business, my degree, my love. But if you don't feel like you can actually get that and achieve that, you don't believe in yourself, you don't feel worthy, that's what you're actually manifesting, is based off the feeling more than the words. Okay? Let me give you an example, okay? You could say you hate someone, but if you're actually saying you hate them because you love them and you're upset with them and feeling so intensely towards them, the universe knows that you don't actually hate that person. The universe knows you love that person. That this is the same thing with your manifestations. You're saying you're ready. You're saying you want this. Your energy's saying something different. Plus, you may also want to look into law of rhythm. Why? Because, and it may not even be just the law of rhythm that I'm thinking of, but basically to experience what you want, you have to experience the opposite first. So if you want to be rich, you got to be poor first while you're making plans to be rich. There's also an 8 that I'm noticing on this magician card. Some of you could be life path 8s, born on the 8th, the 17th, you know, numbers that end up adding up to 8. 28th. So you're very karmic ruled. You get more out of life when you're being generous. Not letting people walk all over you, there's a difference. But when you're giving to the community, you attract more abundance with whatever you're manifesting as well. We're going to pull one more tarot, and then I'm going to start pulling from the channeled messages. I think something happened and you guys stopped believing in yourself as much. Yeah, you started thinking more logical. You need these emotions to manifest. It doesn't matter if you're mad at God or the universe. Use that to manifest. It doesn't matter if you're feeling sad or angry or hate. These are still emotions that can help you manifest. You don't have to feel all positive emotions to manifest. So what's happening in the spirit realm is your energy is being received wrong because of the energy you're giving out. They can't always hear what you're saying, what you're asking for, but they can feel the vibrations you're giving out, the energy you're giving out. Why does it not matter if you're feeling hate or any of those per se negative emotions? Because there's always a positive emotion to a negative emotion, especially if you're using it to get what you want, you know, in ways of manifesting. I'm trying to think of an example, but my mind's kind of blank right now. Basically, whatever negative emotion you feel, there's a positive feeling to that negative emotion. If you really look, it's all about perspective. Even grief. Let's see what's going on though. Let's get a little more info. This could be talking about something completely different. Someone hurt you because they were having a midlife crisis, and you triggered some type of feelings that they were having involving their midlife crisis. So they ended up hurting you. They made a choice that wasn't a good choice. This person could be ignoring you, but they're ignoring you because they feel some type of guilt. But you can feel that they're thinking of you. Because they are. Wow. I can't make this up. Filled with guilt. So in the spirit realm, in a way, they're giving you energy because they feel guilty for what they did to you. They're giving you energy. They're basically handing it over to you, and you could also use this to manifest. Some of you are being called to change the way that you dress because you're stepping into a higher version of yourself again. There's a higher version of yourself that has been connecting with you and through spirit, saying, hey, let's start to dress like this. Let's start to do our hair like this. Let's start to do our nails like this. Let's start to talk, walk, and act like this. And you know what? This person that had this midlife crisis and did you wrong, they're feeling scared that they're going to receive some type of karma. But you know what Spirit just said? They could be mirroring an old version of you. You did someone wrong when you were way younger, maybe even a child, teenager. And it didn't align with who you are now, but you're having trouble letting go of that version of yourself the same way that this person is having trouble letting go of that version of themselves that hurt you. So see, if you can forgive this person, you can forgive yourself for what you did. And maybe you intentionally are giving yourself karma because you feel like you still deserve karma, just the same as this person is doing. For whatever you did when you were younger. Could be anything. Something you haven't forgave yourself for. If you can forgive this person that did you wrong when they were in their midlife crisis, you can forgive yourself. If you gave that much grace to this person that hurt you and you're understanding, why can't you be that way towards yourself? This older version of yourself is crying for this version of yourself's forgiveness. This could also be blocking certain manifestations. Okay? maybe that version of yourself is also feeling scared to receiving karma, right? Just the same as this other person. This other person was showing you a version of you that was in the same vibration maybe that you could have been, of not feeling good enough when you did this negative act towards someone else. It's all connected in a weird way. You're spiritually connected to this person. This may be a twin flame. Twin flames don't always have to be romantic. Okay? They can be romantic lovers, but they can also be best friends. It could be a person that triggered you a lot, a person that you felt you knew in a past life. Okay? So basically, to sum up the story of what's going on here, is a lot of karma, a lot of negative emotions being removed. But you have to go backwards to go forward. Hence that song, I move backwards during astral projection. You have to go back in time in order to heal what's going on right now. Okay? Maybe this person could have even had you in a triangulation type of situation. We're going to leave it here, okay? There's a lot of sadness I'm feeling from this pile. It's this younger version of you, I think. But then the higher version of you is trying to reach out to you too, look. But it's most of the younger version. You see how they're like children in this picture? Be grateful that this person hurt you. They're showing you something. I know that sounds crazy to say. Okay, let's go to pile 2. Thank you, pile 1. What is going on in the spirit realm that's affecting you or involving you? Pile number 2. Let's find out and see. Some of you are feeling stuck, feeling like you're doing things but not receiving any type of reward for it. Like, I've put in the work. Now, where's my plant? I've planted the seeds. Where's my plant? It hasn't grown. Let's see. It very much does feel like stagnant energy, and I'm seeing someone that's literally like stuck in glue. You know, it's interesting because it also does say perfectionism. You know what I'm getting? Some people might want to see your imperfections. You don't have to put up this fake facade. You know, some people like imperfections. Your people will love your imperfections. This could be what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. This could be what is happening in the spirit realm, is they're just saying it's okay to mess up. It's okay to have errors. It's okay to not look perfect. That's what's going to draw your people to you, your tribe to you. Trying to be perfect. You're supposed to be the leader, pile 2, that's showing people it's okay to not be perfect. You're the leader. You're the one taking the first steps and showing everyone, like, hey, we all mess up. None of us are perfect. None of us look perfect. We're flawed. We're human. Fear of change. Some of you are too comfortable as well. Because the imperfection is something people can relate to. You think more people relate with looking and being perfect? No. This could be why you're stagnant, is because someone called me, guys. Sorry, someone called. You guys know I hate when people call when I'm in the middle of a video. So I paused for a second. But yeah, people relate to imperfections. This could be what is waiting for you to kind of be more successful. People want to see the imperfections. When you feel okay to not be perfect or presentable, that's when you're going to see the most success, the most recognition, the most fame, the most whatever it is. You're going to see the most of that when you show that side of you that's imperfect and relatable. I'm a mess. What's that song by Lola Young? 'Cause I'm too messy and I'm too clean. You told me get a job and where the hell I've been. You know, that's basically what she did. She showed her imperfections and it blew up. That's the case for this pile. You have to feel safe, though, to not put on this facade. That's the thing. Some of you want to be well-known or successful for being yourself. Then be yourself and don't be scared to show it. Don't try to hide those flaws. Don't try to be perfect. Maybe some of you have had some addictions. Maybe you should share that. Maybe you've been in a toxic relationship. Maybe you should share that. Share how you were the bad guy or the not perfect one. Show that. You guys are addicted to intrusive thoughts. It's like you don't want them, but you don't realize how you're the one keeping them from coming. You're the one that's making them come in a way. Because instead of just observing your thoughts, you hold on to them. Especially because I think that a lot of you in this pile are very psychic, especially with your telepathy and like things that have to do with the mind. Stop holding on to these thoughts. It's keeping you stuck because you are saying that these thoughts are yours and they're not. You don't have to hold on to a thought. Just let it pass. If you got to practice on doing that, practice on doing that. Type in an exact guided meditation for practicing how to not hold on to thoughts. They have them out there. This is what you're needing. And you know what? It's affecting your vibration, holding on to these thoughts and thinking that they're yours. When you're a psychic, you have something active in your brain that other people may not have active. So of course you're going to have more intrusive thoughts than the average person, especially if you're the type of psychic that can get visions through their mind or telepathy. And it could also be affecting you because then you don't know what's a psychic download and what is just a thought, an intrusive thought, you know? Let's work this out. Parent, let's work this out. Reward. You know, you got to work something out with a parent. This is something your spirits, you know, even you have set up for you to do in this lifetime, is to work out some type of karmic situation with a parent. If you can't do it, you'll be back again, trying to do it again. If you work out whatever issues you're having with a parent, even if your parent is gone, you can still do this, guys. That just means they're in another dimension. You will be rewarded. Some of you don't know who you are. I'm also getting, look what it says here. I can't say it because YouTube's really weird with their monetization stuff now. I don't want to get in trouble again. But you guys seen what it said? What is a demon? It's not usually an actual entity. It has to do with thoughts. Negative thoughts, negative matter, dark matter. That's what this is. We can make them look like actual entities the way our mind perceives them. But it's just thoughts. That has to do with this intrusive thoughts once again. You need to get control of your crown chakra, your third eye chakra, and your root chakra. Something is imbalanced, and it may get imbalanced quite often. Even if you balance it, it could get messed up again. Because a lot of you may be in, a lot of times, kind of in between two realms at once, which is kind of the same thing. People that do have some type of mental illness, it's the same with them. Schizophrenics are in two realms at one time, completely. They're in the spirit realm and this realm at the same time. I'm not saying that you guys are completely in the other realm or you completely could be considered schizophrenia. I don't think that, but I think that you could be partially picking up on what's in the spirit realm a lot. So what's going on in the spirit realm? You're being heavily affected by thoughts that you are holding on to, making it a part of your reality. And you don't have to do that. Sometimes if you sit and think, is this thought coming from within me or is it coming from without me? That's what's going to help you with your gifts and with the intrusive thoughts, because you'll be able to tell. Okay, this is mine. Okay, this isn't mine. It also feels like you have this huge dark cloud around you. I think you need a spiritual bath. But then if you have this spiritual bath and you keep up the same BS, the holding on to the thoughts, you'll need another spiritual bath and then another one and then another one. Because you'll bring that cloud back. Okay? Maybe for some of you, if you have ever done any type of drug, it's affecting you. It's affecting those thoughts. It could be where that cloud came from. Even if you no longer do drugs. Doesn't matter. Somehow affected you spiritually with a dark cloud when you did that. Or you're around someone that was constantly doing that and they're, you know, it affected you somehow. Okay, let's go to pile 3. You feel betrayed in some way, pile 3. But this betrayal is helping you to get more abundance. There is a higher reason, a spiritual reason for the pain that you have endured. Pain is what teaches us the most. Pain is how we grow the most. God could be trying to connect with you. All that is source. That's the number of source, 10. I keep drawing my attention to this packet that I have that says India on it. Some of you may have Indian descent or ancestors. Even if it's further down the line. My wish to you. The problem is your inner child has gotten wounded, pile 3. Some of you may have had an ego death, possibly, and you have to rebuild up your ego. This is causing conflict with other people. Or another person. Yeah, you have some healing to do around an ego as well as an inner child. It's not that it necessarily hurt this version of you, whatever this is, it hurt the child version of you, because that child version of you had a lot of hope for people, was overly optimistic, and at some point that got shot down or whatever as a child. Yeah, so you're needing to master yourself. Why do you care so much about certain things? It's because of this wounded inner child. You guys could be worried, caring, or thinking about things that just don't matter. Like, what does it matter? The reason why it matters is what I'm telling you. It's because of the wounded inner child. So you're making situations or things bigger than what they are. So what's going on in the spirit realm? Your dreams are trying to tell you exactly what you need to work on. You are talking to yourself in your dreams. You need to get back into painting. Start painting. This clears your mind. This organizes your thoughts. Plus, I think you have a talent with that. You're actually channeling when you paint. When you are painting, even if it's painting nails, painting whatever it is you paint or used to paint, you are channeling, and it clears your thoughts. That is a gift you have, channeling through painting or drawing or some type of art. Yeah, if you're looking for proof of something, you need to paint. So what's going on in the spirit realm, though? Some of you may struggle with OCD. Something that may help you at this time is studying your birth chart, astrology. You could be heavily being affected by some type of planets or stars right now. Meant to be. Something is a trauma bond, but it doesn't have to be. You're creating illusions. You're overthinking. So what's happened spiritually is that you're creating a trauma bond without realizing it with someone. But it doesn't have to be a trauma bond. You're making it this way by believing illusions or thinking too deeply into things. Overthinking, OCD, things like that. You also need money discipline, because you just need to learn discipline in general. So what's happening spiritually is you are kind of being tested in regards of money, finances, and stability. You're being tested. You're going through some type of lesson. Can you handle more money if we give it to you? Let's test you and see. That's also what's going on in the spirit realm, is they're seeing if you're ready. Seeing how you would handle it. Who's they? It's the spirits. It's spiritual entities. I feel like there's some type of goddess of money and luck around you. I don't know who it is, but they're testing you. If someone in this pile is very specific, you think you're going to have a short life, you're not. You're going to have a long life. Don't choose to believe that. Someone in this pile has a fear of dying. Somebody said Nitka. Is that a goddess of money and luck? This is pile 3. What's happening spiritually for you to be scared of dying? What's happening? You're going through energy surgery. What's happening in the spirit realm is angels, entities are giving you energy surgery to try to fix this. Especially if you have some type of aches or pains in your body, it's being fixed through energy surgery from these angels. But you also could have guides in your actual life that want to do energy surgery on you, that they're sending to you as well, like Reiki healers or masters or other energy healers. So what's happening spiritually is a version of you died that wasn't ready to die, and so that version of you is still alive in another timeline, right? And they are reaching out to you because they weren't ready to go. So you need to talk with that version of yourself. You're still holding on to a version of yourself that is no longer a part of you, but that a part of you wasn't ready to go yet. That's why you're scared of dying. That's what's happening spiritually in the spirit realm. They're trying to get back in a sense, which is why you could be being pulled back to old patterns or thinking habits or people, or you should be practicing your energy gifts. You guys are energy healers in this pile. Practice it on yourself most of all, because you're needing it. Within, yeah, you guys need to go within. Everything is not what it seems. You guys need to go to your sacred place that only you can go to. No one else, nothing else can get in this sacred place in meditation but you. You need to create that if you haven't already. What does it look like? Maybe you need to do a guided meditation for that. Yeah, black heart. Maybe some of you feel like your heart has been cramping. You have some dark energy in your heart. Black heart. So you really need to do energy healing around your heart. Your heart space. Mostly your heart. You could even be drawn to food that's good for your heart, like coconut or bell peppers. And you need to bring yourself back to this present moment, because you keep being pulled to that other version of you that's gone. And you're under a lot of stress because of that. Reminiscing on who you used to be, what you used to look like, how things used to be for you. You guys also need to stick to the plan and manifest consistently. Something's off. It's that black heart, that dark energy. You'll see things a lot clearer once you fix that, because I'm hearing I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. I can see all obstacles in my way. Yeah, there's archangels. Archangels are around you, helping you. Okay? Ooh. If you're worried about a situation, you need a new mindset on it. It's not as bad as it seems. You're overthinking something. Okay? And you need to stop doing that. That's causing more stress on yourself too, and on your heart. Okay? So this was pile 3. This is the end of the reading. I hope this helped everyone. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for the likes, the love, the support. I'll see you guys next reading. Bye.